Okay, officially live. Alright, I'm not playing cork games anymore. No more cork games. So we're burbling away here. It's looking pretty good. I kind of wanted to reduce a bit, so I've gotten the lid off now. And we're going to see how much of the liquid we can sort of cook down the next, like, I don't know, half hour or so probably. You can see I've got a bunch of meat falling off the chicken leg and the rabbit stuff as well. Let's give this a little poke test here. When you're braising a meat like this, you want to like feel for the resistance, and if it can hold up on the knife like this, it needs a bit more time. So the rabbit is going to need a bit longer, and I think the lamb, I was worried that the lamb would take substantially longer, but I think we're closing in honestly, so that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit, and we'll get the rabbit back under there. Get the lamb in attendance. I didn't add a lot of salt to this because, you know, the anchovies are going to have a lot of that salt, the guanciale is going to have a lot of that salt. And we salted all the meats before we started searing, so there's that as well. So I haven't added a lot of salt to the actual broth here, just a bit when the tomatoes went in. But I think after a good reduction, it should be in a pretty good spot. So we're just going to kick up the heat a little bit, leave the lid off, and wait. But in the meantime, some beautiful veg for a nice salad. And I went really classic on these veg. These are some home cooking classics. I got a radicchio and I got a red oak leaf lettuce. Radicchio is like if they made a soft cabbage that was just so bitter, and it's so good with something rich like this. I really think that the bitterness is like a big part of Italian cooking. It's underrated, I think. Having like something bitter to cut through fatness and richness. Acid is important too, but that bitterness I think is really, it feels like a hallmark of what I like about Italian food a lot of the time. I'm sort of just going to take off like the biggest bunch of leaves here. Those are going to get torn manually, and then the inner parts should be small enough to just sort of get tossed through. No problem. This is not God's favorite radicchio, I'm not going to lie to you, but I think it will be a nice time. Yeah, I was gonna rip them up, I think, like this. You can hear that our burble's increasing back there. Pretty cool. Something I was concerned about was having the temp too high and having the meat sort of like not braise out properly. And honestly, I think this might not be the greatest cut of lamb to use for this sort of application. I was worried about it lagging way behind, but I think we're closer than I thought we would be, but I think we're still not, like, you know, optimized, as it were. And this very center looks kind of off, so I'm gonna just leave this out, actually. Tear these. right, let's get this salad rinsing. That's a bit of an aggressive bubble, actually. That's kind of what I didn't want to happen. So we're gonna turn it back down a touch. A little stir ski. I just wanna see again. Take that little center core out now. Put it with its friend. And the rest of this is looking alright. Just get it a little submerged. Shove it down a bit. Get this binned. And we'll pick out some of the red oak there to work with as well. In there. This is sort of our milder and gentler lettuce for today. I'm just gonna take like some nice big pieces off the top, off the front here. Take like that much, something like that. I think that should be a good amount. We'll use the rest of these for like sandwiches. Sandwiches will go crazy actually, holy cow. That's a pretty healthy burble. That's not too strong, I don't think. Go back in your drawer. There we go. All right. Couple spins here. Back over there. Outermost leaf, I'm not a big fan. This guy's going right in the toilet. And right there. And I'm just gonna keep peeling leaves off, give them a nice little tear, tossing them in. Nice little tear, nice little tear. I don't know. I used to have the most like no care in the world salads at our dinner table at my nonas growing up. And radicchio always reminds me of that. Just like the whatever size you can just about fit in your mouth is good enough for the salad. So that's how we're doing it today. I do want to clarify, this is not like a dish that we grew up eating. This is a dish that I saw and thought that looks like the coolest thing I've ever seen and really wanted to try it. So just for clarifications, I am a fake Umbrian, but a real Italian. And that's probably good there. I think I'll start adding some frisee, snapping the back part off and giving this like a little 1, 2, 3. This is not frisee. Ignore that I said that. Very delicate little red leaf lettuce. I've heard this called red oak a lot, but I think red oak is actually a different lettuce, and this is like just regular red leaf. I'm pretty sure. As far as I can tell. Alright, and our last pass of lettuce here. A little bit of red and green contrast, you know, holiday shit. Hardly.
Second copy of we'll just start maxing the other one way. I think it's like
And one more.
I didn't realize that having a TV there would look so silly and so like gamery, you know? I was just like, I wanted to put it there so that we could watch the TV from that. Just know where our TV stand was when we moved in. Alright. Right at the foot of our bed. Almost keep the shit in it.
All right, you got all the scraps over here. We'll dump those in a second. I feel like this sort of like leaf lettuce like this always sort of sucks up like, I feel like water just sticks to it like crazy. So we might go a little aggro on the dressing here, but I think it'll be nice. All right, boom, boom, boom. Gonna give you a little stir. Damn, the broth is looking phenomenal, I gotta say. Okay, the rabbit's definitely breaking all the way down, so I'm not too concerned about this no more. The lamb will probably just like cut it up into smallerish bits here as we go. Yeah, it looked like the recommended protein was more of like an osso buco sort of cut for the lamb, and this is more of like a shoulder steak. I didn't think they'd be that different, but I think his pieces were a little bit smaller off my reference video there. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Alright, just enough soap. Perfect. And now we'll whip together a little dressing. I wonder if my Blue Sky post sent.
Oh no. And you've seen pretty much my entire time with this, but I started playing it after I got you.
Did it send? Am I crazy? Okay. Lol. I guess it did. Okay, no problem. Just checking, just checking. Just spamming. We do a little spamming, you know, nothing crazy. Alright, so that's probably about that. And let's get the little dressing. And because we have a white wine vinegar and white wine sort of braise here, that's obviously the direction I'm going to go for the dressing as well. Keep it really simple and super tart forward. I am going to do a little salt, pepper, shugs, as every dressing should kind of have. Yeah, I feel like if you make this at home, I would probably lead your lamb by like a good little bit, like maybe like a half hour or like an hour or something. Because the chicken we got, like, the chicken is really fucking, you know what, chicken's not actually dying too much. And the rabbit, there's some more compact, like the hind legs are really tight in there, so it's a little different. I don't know. It's a tricky one. That's what you get for a first time little dish. Doing a first time dish for viewers. Alright. Get a little vinegar. I think rather than the honey today, I've actually got a little something in the fridge I was going to use last time, but I'd already added the honey. I have this, no, that's the hot stuff. I have this, nope, that's the other stuff. I have this maple mustard honey. Oh my god. This one's really sweet. You can tell because the sugars, oh, just fully crystallized on the rim there. Holy moly. Okay, we got there. Big old thing of that nice mustard. And I'll sort of try and rinse off the spoon here with our vinegar. That's about good. That'll about do it. Maple mustard honey dressing. Yeah, this is a nice local Canadian brand, Kozlik's. I actually really fuck with all their stuff that they put out. Not to shill or anything, but they're really good. I think they're local to Toronto. We have a couple different varieties here. I have the triple crunch, just like a classic textured one. I fucking love this one. And then this is like a green peppercorn. This one is pretty friggin' hot. I'm not a huge fan of a hot mustard, but it's good stuff in the right application. I think it's really nice in a dressing, and I'm hoping that just the white wine vinegar and the maple mustard here will make a really nice base, and then we'll just go salt, pepper, and drizzle in some Earl of Earl. We should be good to go. Let's give our stew a little turny turn. Yeah, honestly, I think the smell is outstanding. I really like the smell, and yeah, I think the lamb might need a bit of lead time. Is the main thing here. I'll try and pull it out, maybe cut it a little smaller for bite-sized pieces so everyone can actually enjoy it. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. Good bunch of that. Oh, you know what? I can never resist. A little oregano. And where's my damn salt? There it is. Cool. Big pinches of salt. So yeah, any vinaigrette, you know, we got our little everything but the oil ready to rumble, and then we're gonna do the oil part. It's looking like it's a nice texture. I think our mustard's all emulsified in there, which is cool, and the oil's all staying put. I think portion-wise it might need a little more on the oil side, and then let's take a leaf, give it a swipe, and see how we feel. Take a leaf, give it a fleef. Honestly, that's really nice. I think it's a little sweet. But the sweetness is really nice in there. A little more vinegar. Oh, it did end a little nice and tart though. I think we're actually in a good spot. Cool. All right, back in here for now. And let's reckon with our meats here. We got our two sort of like lamb shoulder steaks here. I got a bunch of rabbit and chicken just falling off in there. So we'll probably stop braising it soon. But let's see what texture we're looking for. Oh, ooh, that's not too bad on the lamb. I think that I think the lamb is pretty much there. Oh, okay, that's exciting. I am gonna cut the lamb into some smaller pieces just so we can sort of enjoy it nicer. I'm gonna get some of the dressing on there. I might not need all this right away. Let's get our little plastic salad tongs here. Tongs love to fight with all the other utensils. Everyone ever noticed that? They're always like, me. When you have a nice bitter green like radicchio, or a bitter red as it were, it is also nice to make sure that your dressing is super tough and stands up to that. So let's give that a little tasty poo. Wow, this is some of the mildest radicchio I've ever tasted. Cool, what a treat. Here I am. I'm gonna sauce it up a little bit more. Boom. And that's about our salad, I think. I'm gonna deliver some stuff to the table. And we'll go step one here. Look at what Cammy made. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ooh, it's happening. Slay the Spire?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Silent. I'm doing this like stupid thing where I started fresh run and then try to 820 everyone as fast as possible.
Nice.
So I got like a ironclad 820 in 15 hours, which was not bad.
Ironclad pisses me off so bad. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's the one that I haven't gotten. Been beating my head against 820 for so long.
Let's see what I have. I got ironclad in 16 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And watcher in 1352.
Yeah, Watcher's the math one. Yeah, that one's so good. That's baller. Holy shit.
Currently making my way to Ascension 20 on Silent.
Damn. Okay.
Which is going to take a while.
Yeah, Silent is the one that I got first. It just fits my playstyle best, I think.
I like playing a lot of cards.
It's so fun. Playing a lot of cards feels so damn good.
That's
it's
the
so
whole
fun.
Point of the game is that you play more card per card.
I want to have the most cards available, please. Can they give me more cards? I'd like to make more cards. Yeah, real. Okay, we are almost done. I'm just gonna sort of cut up some of the meat so it's easier to handle and serve. And then we're laughing. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So we got a pretty nice sort of like saucy, glazy thing here. It's a little soupy, but I think it's gonna like stick to the meat because there's so much fat in there, honestly.
Would you want to starch it or?
No, it's fine. This is the kind of thing where like leftovers will soak up that broth and then it's gonna be kind of insane for leftovers. So I'm actually pretty okay with that, all told. I'm just taking out the lamb so I can cut it into more manageable pieces here, and then I can toss them back in. And we can sort of, I think I'm just gonna bring this out to the table and we can sort of like pick bits out of it.
Yeah.
That's sort of my plan.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Should I put out some of the little bowls then, or do we want to put like
Plates.
sliders?
We'll do plates because we have the salad too.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, do you want to grab the plates though? Yeah, thanks, honey. Yeah, we got the bread and the meat and then the salad on the side. Ooh, look at the bone falling right out of the lamb. Ho ho, ho ho. It's better than I thought it were. And drip on the floor, perfect. And there we go. I just wanna see you again. And this is where the fork comes in. This is the chef's fork, chef fork technique. Oh, this actually came pretty cleanly off the bone, I have to say. That's awesome. This little part here, I'm just gonna sort of take that right off. And then nice little ribs here. Yeah, it is falling off the bone. I'm pretty pleased with it. I do think if I did this again, I would probably lead the lamb by like an hour compared to the other meats that are at play here. The rabbit and the chicken just goes so quickly. But I think that these turned out to be some pretty nice pieces. We got some little on the bone here for that KBBQ experience as well. I don't think that lamb marrow is that good from what I've heard. Seems like it's on the stronger side of things. Maybe a little like overly funky. So I'm gonna not worry about that. Let's pop all these puppies back in there. Boink. Boink. Yeah, yeah, it's a fork and knife for sure. The meat should be tender, but it'll still be good to break it apart and stuff. And then the rabbit and everything. This is a real family sharing dish, you know? Which is my way of saying, leave it all on the bone and plate away, baby. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And I'll get some photos on Blue Sky soon. Fuck, it's a little hot. Oh, man. Holy moly. Yeah, photos on Blue Sky soon of the final plate up with the salad, with the bread, all that stuff. And yeah, let me wash up here and then I'm gonna turn that stream off. Thank you all for tuning in for the little unexpected part 2. I'm gonna try and stitch these together for the YouTube VOD. So if you're watching on YouTube, you watch probably one video, so that's okay. With that said, thank you all, and bye-bye.